जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
जिस दिन वेद के मंत्रों से धरती को सजाया जाएगा,
धरती को सजाया जाएगा।
जिस दिन वेद के मंत्रों से धरती को सजाया जाएगा, जिस दिन वेद के मंत्रों से धरती को सजाया जाएगा, उस दिन ऋषि के गीतों का त्योहार मनाया जाएगा।
जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
जाया जाएगा उस दिन ऋषि के गीतों। जिस दिन वेद के मंत्रों से धरती को सजाया जाएगा, जिस दिन वेद के मंत्रों से
ॐ त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। हे परमपिता परमात्मन, आज हम भक्ति से नम्र बनकर आपके चरणों में आए हैं। आपको हृदय में धारण कर हम अपने मन और आत्मा को पवित्र बनाते हैं। आपकी शरण में रखकर हम अपने दुर्गुणों को देना चाहते हैं। हे दीनबंधु कृपा सिंधु प्रभु, आपके ऊपर श्रद्धा और विश्वास रखें। आपकी कृपा से हम इस भव सागर को सुख पूर्वक पार कर सके। हे सचिद आनंद स्वरूप भगवान, हम निष्पाप मन से यहाँ आपकी प्रार्थना उपासना करने उपस्थित हुए हैं। हमें सद्बुद्धि दीजिए, हमें सन्मार्ग दिखाइए, हमें सत्कर्म की तरफ प्रेरित कीजिए। ओ प्रभु, with all humility and devotion we have come here to offer prayers to you. With you placed in our hearts, we desire to purify our mind and our soul. In thy care and protection, we wish to move away from our negative tendencies. O friend of the poor and ocean of mercy, with faith and trust in you, May we be able to complete the end of our life's journey happily. O source of all intelligence and bliss, we sit at thy feet with a clear conscience. Grant us wisdom, show us the path of righteousness, and enable us to perform true and noble deeds. Mataji और पिताजी, mothers and fathers, पूज्य स्वामी जी, पंडित जी, पंडित जी, धर्म के प्रेमी बहनों, भाइयों और प्यारी बच्चों, सादर से प्रेम नमस्ते, and a very warm welcome to this morning's satsang. At this point, I will join all of us in our sandhya. Atha sandhyopasana vidhi samatah. We begin with achmana, sipping of sacramental water, taking water into our right palm, and when we chant the word swaha, we sip that sacramental water. For those of us who may not have water right now, we symbolically sip. Amrito pastaranamasi swaha. Amrita pidhanamasi swaha. Satyam yashah shrirmai srihasrayatam swaha. Shanno devirabhishtaya apo bhavantu pitaye shanyorabhi shravantu naha. Devi swarupa ishware पुराण भेष्ट कीजय यह नीर हो सुदाम कल्याण धान दीजय नित रिधि से धिवर से हित हो सदा हमारा बहती रहे हृदय में सधर्म प्रेम धारा सधर्म प्रेम धारा. अतांग स्पर्श मंत्र. Taking water into our right palm and touching our various bodily limbs and organs, beginning with our lips. We are on page number 4. Om Vak Vak, our nostrils. Om Pranaha Pranaha, eyes. Om Chakshush Chakshuh, ears. Om Shrotram Shrotram, navel. Om Nabhihi, heart. Om Hridayam, throat. Om Kantaha, head. Om Shiraha, shoulders. Om Bahubhyam Yashobhalam, the front and the back of our palms. Om Karitala Kara Prishte. Atamarjana mantra. Continuing to touch our various body limbs and organs, beginning with our head. Om Bhuh Punato Shirasi, eyes. Om Bhuah Punato Netrayoh, throat. Om Swaha Punato Kanthe, heart. Om Mahah Punato Hridaye, navel. Om Janah Punato Nabhyam, feet. Om Tapah Punato Padayoh, head. Om Satyam Punatu Punai Shirasi, all over. Om Kam Brahma Punatu Sarvatra. Ata Pranayama Mantra. We perform 3 pranayams, so I invite all of us to sit in a comfortable meditative asana, sitting upright. In these 3 pranayams, each one has 3 parts. The first part is taking a very deep breath. The second is holding that breath. And the third is slowly releasing that breath. ॐ भुः ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ महः ॐ जनः ॐ तपः ॐ सत्यम् ॐ भुः ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ महः ॐ जनः ॐ तपः ॐ सत्यम् ॐ भुः ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ महः ॐ जनः ॐ तपः ॐ सत्यम् अठ अघमर्षण मंत्र ॐ च सत्यं च भेदा तपसोऽध्यजायत ततो रात्रय जायत ततः समुद्रो अर्णवः ॐ समुद्रार्णवादधि संवत्सरो अजायत अहोरात्राणि विदधत् विश्वस्य मिषतो वशी ॐ सूर्याचन्द्रमसौ धाता यथा पूर्वमकल्पयत् दिवं च पृथिवीं चान्तरिक्षमतो स्वः ॐ शन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये शम्योरभिश्रवन्तु नः Page number 16 in our Vedic Aradhana. Ata manasa parikrama mantra ॐ प्राची दिग् अग्निरधिपतिरसितो रक्षितादित्या ईश्वः तेभ्यो नमो धिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टियं वयं विश्मस्तं वो जम्भे दद्मः ॐ दक्षिणादिगिन्द्रोऽधिपतिस्थिरशिराजी रक्षिता पितरैषवः तेभ्यो नमो धिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् भेष्टियं वयं विश्मस्तं वो जम्भे दद्मः ॐ प्रतीची दिग्वरुणोऽधिपतिः प्रिदाको रक्षिताण्मिषवः तेभ्यो नमो धिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् भेष्टियं वयं विश्मस्तं वो जम्भे दद्मः ॐ उदीची दिक्सोमोऽधिपतिः स्वजो रक्षिता शनिरेषवः तेभ्यो नमो धिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् भेष्टियं वयं विश्मस्तं वो जम्भे दद्मः ॐ ध्रुवादिग्विष्णुरडिपतिः कल्माषग्रीवो रक्षिता वीरैषवः तेभ्यो नमो धिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् भेष्टियं वयं विश्मस्तं वो जम्भे दद्मः ॐ ऊर्ध्वादिग्बृहस्पतिरडिपटिः सित्रो रक्षिता वर्षमिष्यवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः इषिभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् दृष्टियं वयं भीष्मस्तं वो जम्भे दद्मः. Page 28 of our Vedic Aradhana. ॐ उद्वयन्तमसस्परि स्वः पश्यन्त उत्तरं देवं देवत्रा सूर्यमगन्मज्योतिरुत्तमम् ॐ उरुत्यं जातवेदसं देवं वहन्ति केतवः दृशे विश्वाय सूर्यम् ॐ चित्रं देवानामुरगारनीकं चक्षुर्मित्रस्य वरुणस्य आग्नेः आप्राध्या वा पृथिवी अन्तरिक्षं सूर्यात्मा जगतस्तस्सुश्च स्वाहा. Page 34. ॐ तक्षक्षुरदेवहितं पुरस्ताच्चुक्रमुच्चरत् पश्येमा शरदः शतं जीवेमा शरदः शतं शृणुयामा शरदः शतं प्रभ्रवामा शरदः शतं आदीनाः स्याम शरदः शतं भूयश्च शरदः शतम्. ॐ शन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये शन्योरभि श्रवन्तु नः. अथ ब्रह्म गायत्री सावित्री गुरु मंत्र. ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. समर्पण वाक्यम. हे ईश्वर दयानिधे भवत्कृपयानेन जपोपासनादिकर्मणः धर्मार्थकाममोक्षाणां सद्यः सिद्धिर्भवेनः. तत ईश्वर नमस्कुर्यात्. ॐ नमः शम्भवाय च मयो भवाय च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च. हे मंगलेश शंकर मंगल करो हमारा पावन प्रकाश पाए, परमार्थ पुण्य द्वारा परिजान पे पिला दो, अवदर गारदानी तेरी शरण में आया है भक्त यह भवानी, है भक्त यह भवानी। ओम शांति शांति शांति। इति संक्षेपतः संयोपासना विधिः समाप्तः। Once again, my humble namaste to everyone, and a warm welcome to this morning's satsang, whether you're here in person in Mandir or you're joining us on Facebook or YouTube. A very warm and cordial welcome to all of us. This morning we are graced by the presence of Swamiji from Bharat. Namaste Swamiji, and a very warm welcome to our spiritual center. A very special namaste to Pandita Usha Ji of South Africa. A very special namaste to Pandit Vishal and Pandit Avinash of the Arya Diwakar in Suriname. They all join with us weekly to watch our satsang. At this point, I will invite all of our yajmans, our veers and our viranganas to take their asana on this yajashala, and for all of us to join together in a very beautiful bhajan, Dayamay Jyoti Mana Mandir. We're on page 59 of your Atma Geet. अरे जुगनो निरालंकार, तिम तिम कर सुजाय इसको, नहीं मार्ग कहीं लगता, नहीं मार्ग कहीं लगता, मुझे द्रोपार ले जाओ, दया में ज्योति मन मंदिर, दया कर जग मगा जाओ, अंधेरे की परेशानी, अंधेरे की परेशानी, निराशा को हटा जाओ, दया में ज्योति मन मंदिर, दया कर जग मगा जाओ। पुजारी भक्ति पुष्प से रिजाता गंध द्रव्यों से, पुजारी भक्ति पुष्प से रिजाता गंध द्रव्यों से, विनय मेरी सुनो भगवन, विनय मेरी सुनो भगवन, तरसता लका जाओ, दया में ज्योति मन मंदिर, दया कर जग मगा जाओ, अंधेरे की परेशानी, अंधेरे की परेशानी निराशा को हटा जाओ, निराशा को हटा जाओ, निराशा को हटा जाओ. And this very beautiful bhajan says, O merciful one, kindle your light in the temple of my mind. Remove the hopelessness and despair caused by the darkness of ignorance. I am your devotee, and I seek to please you with the flowers and incense of my devotion. Listen to my prayers, O Prabhu, for I thirst to have a vision of you. Dayamay Jyoti Manamandala. At this time, I will join all of us in chanting our Sankalpa on page 42 of Vedic Aradhana. To mark this moment of time and our intention, today is Ashwina Krishna Trayodashi Tithi according to our Vikram Samvat, our Hindu Panchanga, our calendar. Today's Tithi began at 7:17 a.m. this morning and will conclude at 9:36 a.m. tomorrow morning. तत्सत् अद्य श्री ब्रह्मणो द्वितीये प्रहरार्धे सप्तमे वैवस्वते मन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे कलियुगे कलिप्रथम चरणे विंशतिः एकाशीतिः विक्रमी संवत् दक्षिणायने ग्रीष्म ऋतौ कृष्णपक्षे अश्विनमासे त्रयोदशी तिथौ रविवार दिवसे माघ नक्षत्रे तुलालग्ने शुभ मुहूर्ते अमेरिका देशान्तर्गते न्यूयॉर्क प्रान्ते क्वींस जनपदे ब्रायवुड नगरे आर्य स्पिरिचुअल सेंटर आर्य समाज मंदिरम स्थाने देवयज्ञ कर्म करनाय दयानंद गोत्रोत्पन्नस्यः श्रीमतः भवन्तं पुरोहितं वृणे. May Paramatma shower Ashirwad on all of our Yajmanas and all of us connected to this morning's Yajna. Om Satyah Santu Yajmananam Kamaha. And now I'll invite our Pandita Nirvani ji to join all of us in this morning's Havan. Pandita ji.
Thank you, Bhai Devendra ji. Namaste to you all. If you're joining us on social media, if you're joining us here today in Mandir, for whatever your desires are for joining today's service, we do hope that those desires are fulfilled. And we hope that your participation in today's yajna makes whatever your desires are complete. As we do Achman today, we ask, O God, as we sip this water and this water goes down and cool, please open our bodies and minds to receive the energy and whatever good will be disseminated from today's service. Taking water in the right palm and sipping. Om Amrito Pastiranamasi Swaha. Om
Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha.
Satyam Yashaha Shrirmayi Shriyashrayatam Swaha. Ataha Anga Sparsha, touching of the various limbs, and asking, O God, may these limbs from here on perform their respective duties. astu.
Our nostrils.
Can we follow?
Om Nasur me prano astu.
And we can follow Pandita Shivi for guidance. Om Akshinur me chakshurastu.
Om Karnayor me Shrotram
Om Baur me balamastu.
Om Orvorma Ojostu.
Om Arishtani Mengani Tanustanva me sahasantu. Ishwar Stuti Pratana. And I ask that we all join in chanting these mantras. And we are on page 48 in the Vedic Aradhana. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yadhadrantana Suva.
Om Hiranyagarbah Samavartatagri Bhutasya Jatah Patireka Asi Saradhara Prithvim Dhyamute Mam Tasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema.
Om Ya Atmada Balada Yasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Devaha Yasya Chayamritam Yasya Mrityuhu Tasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema.
Om Yah Pranato Nimishto Mahitvaika Idraja Jagato Bhabhuva Ya Ishe Asyad Parascha Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema.
Om Ye Nadhauruga Prithvi Chadrida Yena Swastabhitam Yena Nakah Yo Antarikshe Rajaso Vimanaha Tasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema.
Om Prajapati Nattvaditanyinyo Vishwajatani Parita Bhabhuva Yat Kamaste Juhumastano Astu Vayam Syama Patayorahina.
Om Sano Bandhur Janita Savidhata Dhamani Vera Bhuvanani Vishwa Yatra Deva Amritamana Shanas Tritiye Dhama Dherayanta.
Om Agninaya Supataraya Asman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yoyodhyasmat Johurana Meno Bhuishtante Namoktim Vidhima.
We ask, O radiant divinity, cause of all manifestations in the universe, remove all impurities from us and endow us with all that is noble. He who is our friend, the cause of all manifestations, and the sustainer, he knows all places and regions. In him, abode of all happiness, roamed and learned, and will, enjoying emancipation. Today, our service is dedicated to our youths, our Veers and the Varanganas, and we invite anyone that's out there that's not on the Singhasan at this time, you can please join us. And if we could just make some room. And we're on page 56, Ataha Swasti Vachanam. Om Agnimile Purohitam Yajasya Devam Ritbijam Hotaram Ratnadhatamam.
Om Sanah Piteva Sunave Agni Supayano Bhava Sachaswanah Swastahe.
ॐ स्वस्ति नो मिमितामश्विना भगः स्वस्ति देव्यारितिर्नर्वणः स्वस्ति पूषा असुरो दधातु नः स्वस्ति ध्यावा पृथिवी सुचेतुना
ॐ स्वस्तये वायो मुब्रब्रवामहे सोमं स्वस्ति भुवनस्य यस्पतिः बृहस्पतिं सर्वगणं स्वस्तये स्वस्तयादित्यासो भवन्तु नः
ॐ विश्वे देवानो अद्या स्वस्तये वैश्वानरो वसुरग्निः स्वस्तये देवा अवन्तवृभवः स्वस्तये स्वस्ति नो रुद्रा पात्वं हसः
ॐ स्वस्ति मित्रा वरुणा स्वस्ति पत्ये रेवती स्वस्ति न इन्द्राक्षागणश्च स्वस्ति नो अरिते कृधि
ॐ स्वस्ति पन्थामनुचरेम सूर्या चन्द्रमसा विवा पुनर्दताग्नता जानता सङ्गमे मही We sing in praise of the Great One, who is the source of all light, who existed before creation, who is the first teacher of all material and spiritual knowledge, who is worthy of contemplation at all times, and who is the provider of all beautiful and precious things. May we accept our responsibilities and duties just as the sun and the moon unswervingly revolve in their orbits. May we associate with those who are learned, pious, charitable, and nonviolent. And today, as we sit here as students, as you all sit here as students, you do have a responsibility. And we ask that you take those responsibilities in this stage of your life very seriously. अतः शान्तिकरणम् ॐ शना इन्द्राग्नि भवतामहोभिः शना इन्द्रा वरुणा रातहव्या शमिन्द्रा सोमा सुविताय शन्योः शना इन्द्रा पूषणा वाजसातौ
ॐ शन्नो भगः शमुनः शंसो अस्तु शन्नः पुरण्डिः शमुसन्तुरायः शन्नः सत्यस्य सुयमस्य शंसः शन्नो अर्यमा पुरुजातो अस्तु
ॐ शनो धाता शमुधटानो अस्तु शना उरुचि भवतु स्वधाभिः शन्रोरसि बृहति शन्नो अद्रिः शनो देवानां सुहवानि सन्तु
ॐ शन्नो अग्निर्ज्योतिरग्निको अस्तु शनो मित्रा वरुणा वश्विनाशं शन्नः सुकृतां सुकृतानि सन्तु शन्न इशिरो अभिवातो वातः
ॐ शनो ध्यावा पृथिवी पूर्वभूतौ शमन्तरिक्षं दृष्टयेनो अस्तु शना उशनिर्वरिणो भवन्तु शनो रजसस्पतिरस्तु जिष्णुः
ॐ शन्ना इन्द्रो वसुर्विधेवो अस्तु शमादित्येभिर्वरुणः शुशंसः शनो रुद्रो रुद्रेभिर्जलाशः शनस्त्वष्टाग्निभिः शृणोतु
ॐ शनः सोमो भवतु ब्रह्मशन्नः शनो ग्रावाणः शमुसन्तु यज्ञः शनः स्वरुणामितयो भवन्तु शनः प्रसवा शमुवस्तु वेदिः May we derive peace from electricity, fire, and water. May the sun and the moon bring us peace and fearlessness by eradicating disease. May electricity and wind bring us vigor and peace. May all peaceful one give us peace. May our religious undertakings bring us peace. May the plants and vegetables bring us peace. May the oblations in this Vedi here bring us peace. Ataha Shiva Sankalpa mantras. Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. O God, we ask at this time, may that mind of mine be possessed only of noble intentions. And we ask, even if you don't know the rest of the mantra, as we chant Tanme Manaha at the end of each, please let us all join our voices. Om Yajagrato Duramudeti Devam Taru Suptasya Tate Veti Durangamam Jyotisham Jyotirekam Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu.
ॐ येन कर्माण्यपसो मनीषिणो यज्ञे कृण्वन्ति विदधेषु धीराः यरपूर्वं यक्षमन्तः प्रजानां तन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु।
Om Yat Prajanamut Chetu Trijischa Yat Jyotiranta Amritam Prajasu Yasmanarite Kinchana Karma Kriyate Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu.
ॐ येनेदं भूतं भुवनं भविष्यत् परिगृहीतममृतेन सर्वं येन यजस्तायते सप्तहोता तन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु।
Om Yasmin Richa Samayajumshi Yasmin Pratishtita Ratnabha Vivaraha Yasmin Chitam Sarvamotam Prajana Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu.
ॐ शुशारतिरश्वानि वहयन् मनुष्यान् नेनीयते भीषुभिर्वाजनैव हृत्प्रतिष्ठं यरजिरं झविष्टम् तन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु।
Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. That celestial entity, the mind, which goes far when one is awake, and wanders similarly while he is asleep, and which travels far and wide, is the only one light of all light, O Lord. May that my mind be possessed of noble intentions. As the skillful charioteer controls his horses by the use of reins, so does a controlled mind takes man to his desired goal. This mind, which reposes in the heart and is most swift and never ages, O God, may that mind of mine be possessed of noble intentions. And today, as we sit here with our Veers and Varanganas, sometimes there are many distractions. We ask, O God, for our Veers and Varanganas, may they stay focused during the time of their studies, and may no distraction ever come to them. Om Sanaha Pasva Shangave शञ्जनाय शमर्वते शन्द्राजनोषधीभ्यः.
And now that prayer for Abhayam done, and for all of our Veers and Viranganas, in school, in life, regardless of our challenges, we pray to be fearless. Om Abhayam Nahakaryantariksham Abhayam Dyava Prithvi Ubhe Me Abhayam Paschar Abhayam Purastar Uttara Dadara Abhayam Nohastu.
ॐ अभयं मित्रारभयं अमित्रा अभयं जातारभयं परोक्षा अभयं नक्तम् अभयं दिवानः सर्वाशा मम मित्रं भवन्तु सर्वाशा Mama mitram bhavantu. May we be fearless of our friends and even those of our unfriendly to us. May we never be fearful of those whom we know and whom we do not even know. May we remain free from any apprehensiveness by night and day, and may all directions always be friendly unto us. इति संक्षेपतः शान्तिकरणम् अतः अग्निप्रदीपनम्. May we all stand to kindle the fire. ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः. ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वद्रौरिव भूम्ना पृथिवी वावरिम्ना तस्यास्ते पृथिवी देवायजनी पृष्ठे अग्निमन्नादमन्नाद्यायादधे.
Stretching
Fanning
our
of the
palms
fire.
forth
Fanning
to
of the
fan
fire.
this sacrificial fire, giving it that essential oxygen that it needs to burn and to rise up in this kunda. And for our Veer and our Varanganas today, as this fire, this Agni rises in brilliance, so too may you rise in brilliance in life. Om Udhurya Swagni Pratijagrihe Tvamishta Purti Samsrije Tamayam Cha Asmin Saraste Adyutarasmin Vishve Deva Yajamarnascha Sidata. May we all take our asana.
3 Samidha at this time. Om Ayantayadmatma Jataverasene Dhasva Bhadhasva Chera Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadyena Samedhaya Swaha. Idamagne Jataverase Iranamama.
Om Samirhaganim Novasyate Grite Bodhayatatitim Asmin Havya Johotena Susamirhaya Shoshishe Gritam Tivram Johotena Agnai Jatavedase Swaha. Iramagnai Jatavedase Idanna Mama. Om Tantva Samidhirangero Gritena Vardayamasi Brihasyo Chaya Vishtaya Swaha. Iramagnai Angirase Idanna Mama.
Panchakritahuti, 5 ghee offerings. And one of the desires as we're making this offering is for a brilliant and a Veer-like child. And as you offer this, as you make this offering, Veers and Viranganas, please keep this desire of the parent, of your parent in mind. They're asking for the best of you as a child. Om Ayante Yadmatma Jatavirasene Dhasva Bhardhasva Chera Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadyena Samedhaya Swaha Iramagne Jatavirase Iranamama
ॐ आयन्त इदम आत्मा जातवेदस्तेने यस्वरस्वचेदवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानाध्येन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदन्नमम
Om Ayante Yadmatma Jatavirasene Dhasva Bhardhasva Chera Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadyena Samedhaya Swaha Iramagne Jatavirase Iranamama
ॐ आयन्त इदम आत्मा जातवेदस्तेने यस्वरस्वचेदवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानाध्येन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदन्नः मम
Om Ayante Yadmatma Jatavirasene Dhasva Bhardhasva Chera Vardhaya Chasmam Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadyena Samedhaya Swaha Iramagne Jatavirase Iranamama Ataha Jal Sinchana, sprinkling of the water around the kun. Now that we have created the energy of, we have ignited the energy of heat, we're now going to recognize the cooling energy that exists in the atmosphere by sprinkling of the water around the kun. Om Arite Anumanyaswa.
ॐ अनुमतेऽनुमन्यस्व
Om Saraswatanumanyaswa.
ॐ देवाः सवितः प्रसवायध्यं प्रसवाय च पतिं भगाय दिव्यो गन्धर्वः केतपुः केतन्नः पुनातु वाचस्पतिर्वाचं नः स्वरतु
He offerings at this time. Om Agne Swaha Iram Agne Iranamama.
In the south, Om Somaya Swaha Idam Somaya Idannamama.
Om Prajapatiye Swaha Iram Prajapatiye Iranamama.
Om Indraya Swaha Idam Indraya Idannamama.
He or Samagri. Om Suryo Jyotir Jyotihi Suryaha Swaha.
Om Suryo Varcho Jyotirvarchaha Swaha.
Om Jyotihi Suryaha Suryo Jyotihi Swaha.
Om Sajurdevena Savitra Sajurushvasendra Vaitya Jushanah Suryo Vetu Swaha.
Om Agnir Jyotir Jyotir Agnihi Swaha.
Om Agnir Varcho Jyotirvarchaha Swaha.
Om Swaha.
Om सजुर्देवेन सवित्रा सजुरात्रेन्द्रवत्या जुषानो अग्निर्वेतो स्वाहा।
ॐ भुरग्ने प्राणाय स्वाहा इदमग्ने प्राणाय इरन्नामम।
ॐ भूर्वायवे पानाय स्वाहा इदं वायवे पानाय इदन्नामम।
ॐ स्वरादित्याय व्यानाय स्वाहा इदमादित्याय व्यानाय इरन्नामम।
ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वर्गी वायवादितेभ्यः प्राणपानव्यानेभ्यः स्वाहा इदमग्नि वायवादितेभ्यः प्राणपानव्यानेभ्यः इदन्नामम।
ॐ आपो ज्योतिरस्वमृतं ब्रह्मा भूर्भुवः स्वरों स्वाहा।
ॐ यामेदां देवगणाः पितरश्चोपासते तया मामध्यमेधयाग्ने मेधाविनं कुरु स्वाहा।
ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितर् दुरितानि परासुव यथा द्रन्तनासुव स्वाहा।
ॐ अग्नेनया सुपताराय अस्मान् विश्वानि देववयनानि विद्वान् यो योध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नमोक्तिं विधेम स्वाहा।
At this time, we chant special mantras. Ghee offerings. Om Bhurbhuva Swa Agnayumshi Pavaswa Asuvorjamisham Janaha Arevadasva Duchanam Swaha Iramagne Pavamanaya Irannamama. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Agnirishihi Pavamanaha Panchajanyaha Purohitaha Tamimahe Mahagayam Swaha Iramagne Pavamanaya Irannamama. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Agni Pavaswa Swapa Asme Varchaha Suviryam Tadatraye May Posham Swaha Iramagne Pavamanaya Irannamama. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Prajapate Nakvare Tanyanyo Vishwajatani Parita Bhavuva Yattamasye Juhumastano Vastu Vayam Syama Patayorairnam Swaha Iram Prajapataye Irannamama. At this time, we offer these special mantras for anyone that's ailing in our community. For those that are here, for any loved one, may this vibration, may the energy touch you, and may healing come to you. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarkameva Vandana Mrityor Mokshiyamamritat Swaha. Can you all please join me in this mantra? This is a mantra that we all know, so please join me in chanting it. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarkameva Vandana Mrityor Mokshiyamamritat Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्योर्मोक्षीयममृतात् स्वाहा. And most of us are aware that during this past week, our Vice President, Bahen Devika, lost her mother-in-law, the mother of Bhai David. And I'm going to ask Bhai, or Bhai Sagarji to please do these offerings. And I just learned that the Nana of one of our very vibrant members, one of our youths, Aja of by Deepak, I just learned that he also passed. And I'm gonna ask by Neeraj to do some offerings as well. Key offerings. Bahan Devika is very active in our mandir, and so is by David, and he is behind the scenes, and he does a lot of things behind the scenes. He's very supportive of Bahan Devika, and at this time, we want to show our support by offering these mantras on their behalf. Om Suryam Chakshur Gacchatu Vatamatma Dhyam Cha Pitrvim Cha Dharmana Apo Va Gacchatyati Tatra Titmadeshu Deshu Pratishtitha Sharire Swaha. Om Om ye yudyante prathaneshu shura soye tanutyajaha yaeva sahasradakshina tanschidevapi gacchata swaha. O soul, may you attain the status of those brave soldiers who give their lives in the call of duty while fighting in the battle of field, and those who give their generous gifts in yajna. Om tapasaye anadreshtyas tapasaye swarya yadhu tapoye chakrimasyaha tanschidevapi gacchatat swaha. Tanschidevapi gacchatat swaha. Tanschidevapi gacchatat swaha. Thank you, Bhai Neeraj and Bhai Sagarji. Thank you so much for those offerings. And at this time, we'll do 2 special mantras for our children. As you continue, school has just reopened. And as you continue onto this journey, please stay focused. This is a time that will never come back to you. This is a time that is dedicated. Take the nutrients, take the education, everything that's offered to you at this time, and focus on your studies. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavharitamastu Mahavidvishavahe Swaha. And this is an offering on behalf of your parents. And this mantra says, let the child become the desired wishes of the father, and the mind may be in tune with the mother. Let both parents speak pleasantly to each other, as this will bring peace in the family. Om Anuvrataha Pituho Putro Matra Bhavatu Sammanaha जायापत्ये मधुमतिम् वाचं वरतु शान्तिवः स्वाहा. And now we continue with ghee offerings, Purnahuti Ragadhavaj offerings. Om, we're on page 94. Om Agni Swaha.
ॐ सोमाय स्वाहा इरं सोमाय इदन्नमम
Om Prajapatiye Swaha. Iram Prajapatiye Irannamama.
ॐ इन्द्राय स्वाहा इदमिन्द्राय इदन्नमम
Om Bhuragne Swaha. Iramagne Irannamama.
ॐ भुवर्वायवे स्वाहा इदं वायवे इदन्नमम
Om Suradityaya Swaha. Iramadityaya Irannamama.
ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वर्ग्निवायवादितेभ्यः स्वाहा इदमग्निवायवादितेभ्यः इदन्नमम
Ataha Brahma Gayatri Savitri Guru Mantra. Viewers and Varanganas, this mantra says, O God, please illumine and inspire our intellect. May we all clasp our hands and join in this mantra. We all know this mantra. So let our voices be blended as we chant this mantra. Can we all please sit upright? Om Bhuribhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha.
ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा
Om Bhuribhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha.
Offering Mohan Bhoga. After Mohan Bhoga is offered into this Agni, it becomes prasadam. Om yarasya karmano atyari richam yadvano namiha karam agnishtat swishtakad vidyat sarvam swishtam sahutam karotu me agnaye swishtakrite sahutahute sarva prayaschittahutinam कामानां समर्धयत्रे सर्वाणः कामान्तसमर्धय स्वाहा इदमग्नये स्विष्यकृते इदन्नः मम
Prajapatahuti, silent offering. Om Swaha Iram Prajapatye Irannamama. And at this time, may we all stand for Purnahuti. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha.
ॐ सर्वं वै पूर्णं स्वाहा
Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. And at this time, we invite our congregation to make their offerings at this time. Mothers
come
and
forward.
sisters. Om Sarvam Ve Puranam Swaha.
Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha.
Om Sarvam Ve
Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha.
Om Sarvam Ve Puranam Swaha.
Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha.
Om Sarvam Ve Puranam Swaha.
Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha.
Om Sarvam Ve Puranam Swaha.
Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha.
Om Sarvam Ve Puranam Swaha.
Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha.
Om Sarvam Ve Puranam Swaha.
Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha.
Om Sarvam Ve Puranam Swaha. With outstretched palms, taking a little bit of the ghee and putting that heat together, now absorbing the energy that was created and being emanated from this fire, and asking our body to absorb this energy. Om Tanupagneyasi Tanva me pahi.
Om Ayurda Agniyasi Ayur me dehi.
Om Varchodagneyasi Varcho me dehi.
Om Agniyanve Tanva Unam Tanva Aprina.
Om Medha me Devaha Savita Adadhatu.
Om Edame Devi Saraswati Adadhatu.
Om Medha me Yashvinau Devava Dhattam Puskaras.
Rajo.
Atha Anga Sparsha, just like we began by touching our limbs, we're ending by doing the same, completing today's yajna. Om Vapchama Apyayatam.
Om Pranashamapyayatam.
Om Chakshushchama Apyayatam.
Om Shrotram Chamapyayatam.
Om Yashobalam Chama Apyayatam. May we take our seats as we get ready for Pujani.
We're on page 102 of our Vedic Aradhana. पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्जवल कीजिए चोर देवे चल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए वेद की गाए रचाए सत्य को धारण करे हर्ष में हो मग्न सारे शोक सागर से तरे अश्वमेधाधिक रचाए यज्ञ पर उपकार को धर्म मर्यादा चलाकर लाभ दे संसार हो स्वर्त भाव में ते हमारा प्रेम पथ विस्तार हो ईदन ममता सारतक प्रत्येक में व्यवहार हो हाथ जोर झुकाए मस्तक हाथ जोर झुकाए मस्तक वंदना हम कर रहे। नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पर रहे। प्रभु आपकी सब पर रहे। प्रभु आपकी सब पर रहे।
ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्।
हे ईश सब सुखी हो, कोई न हो दुखारी। सब हो निरोग भगवन, धन ध्यान के भंडारी। सब भद्र भाव देके ओ सन्मार्ग के पथिक हो। दुखियान कोई होवे, सृष्टि में प्राणधारी। सृष्टि में प्राणधारी। सृष्टि में प्राणधारी। O Prabhu, may all be happy, may all be free from misery, may all realize goodness, and may no one suffer pain. Om Shanti 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 Iti Devayajah Samaptah. Once again, my humble namaste to everyone and a warm welcome. I know it's very rainy and cloudy outside, but we appreciate all of you taking the time and the effort to be here this morning to join in this very beautiful Havan Yajna. At this time, I will invite our Sabhapati, our chairperson for this morning's Satsang, our Purohit, Shivi Samarji, to take us through the remainder of today's program.
Revered and illustrious Pandits, Panditas, loving mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, children and devotees all, my heartfelt namaste and a very cordial welcome to one and all. It's always a pleasure and a blessing for me to be here, and I am deeply grateful to our program coordinator for giving me the opportunity to chair today's program. We are all gathered here in Satsang not by accident, but by having a high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, and a vision to grow spiritually and become better version of ourselves. Today, we are very blessed to have with us a highly elevated soul from ASM in Chandigarh, India, and he is no other than Swami Omkar Anand Saraswati. Thank you for gracing and blessing us by your divine presence. Today, I couldn't be more proud of our youths who sit down so patiently and following instruction, and it's such a wonderful Hawan. Keep up the good work. I am so happy that by Devendra ji, he is our Yajyak and a future leader of the Vedic Satya Sanatan Dharma, and thank you for leading us in such a soothing and sanctified Brahma Yajna, Sandhya, and my sister Pandita Nirvani ji for leading us in the Havan. Your chantings have touched the innermost recess of our hearts, and we are able to observe that peace and bliss that's radiated from sincere devotion. With the help and guidance of our Pandit and learned ones, may you both continue to strive for excellence in the path of divinity. There are numerous ways to devotion, and one of the pathways which bring a lot of ecstasy is through the medium of bhajans and kirtans. I have the honor to call upon one of the devotional musical star of Arya Spiritual Center, Bhai Devendra ji, to give us our first bhajan.
धन्यवाद पुरोहित जी. Please join with me on page 166 of our Atma Gita, this very beautiful bhajan, Main Ek Nandha Sa. It says, O Prabhu, I am but an innocent little child, whereas you are supremely powerful. Accept this prayer of mine and protect me. Considering you to be merciful, I have called out to you. Take hold of my hand in this moment of weakness and render some assistance, for I too am your child. प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो. मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, तुम हो बड़े भलवान, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो. मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, तुम हो बड़े बलवान, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो. प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो. मैंने सुना है तुमने यहाँ पे लाखों के दुख तारे, मेरा दुख भी तार तो जानो, जीवन के रखवारे. मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, मुझ पे डरो कुछ ध्यान, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, 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 प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो. तुमको दयालु अपन समझ के मैंने आज पुकारा, मुझ निर्बल का हाथ पकड़ लो, ये दो नाथ सहारा. मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, मैं भी तुम्हारे संतान, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, 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 प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो। मैं आया हूँ आज तुम्हारे द्वार पे आस लगाए, ऐसा कोई जतन करो प्रभु साच को आज न आए। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, बिगड़ी बना दो भगवान, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, 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 ओ प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो, प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो।
Thank you so much, Bhai Devendra ji. Week after week, we have been chanting the 10 principles of Arya Samaj. Our mission is for everyone to learn these principles and let it become a part of our lifestyle. I have the honor in calling upon Devendra again, Devendra Bidraj, and Pavesh Sukhdev ji to read to us the Hindi and the English version of the 10 principles.
Namaste, it's Devendra again. If you can, please open your Atmagit to page 313. And if you do not have an Atmagit, on the back cover of our Vedic Aradhana, there are the principles. So please let us all join together. आर्य समाज के 10 नियम। प्रथम नियम, सब सत्य विद्या और जो पदार्थ विद्या से जाने जाते हैं उन सब का आदि मूल परमेश्वर है।
Namaste, everybody. First principle, God is primary cause of all spiritual, physical, science, and of everything known to their means.
द्वितीय नियम, ईश्वर सचिद आनंद स्वरूप, निराकार, सर्वशक्तिमान, न्यायकारी, दयालु, अजन्म, अनंत, निर्विकार, अनादि, अनुपम, सर्वाधार, सर्वेश्वर, सर्वव्यापक, सर्व अंतर्यामी, अजर, अमर, अभय, नित्य, पवित्र और सृष्टिकर्ता है, उसी की उपासना करनी योग्य है।
Second principle, God is existent, intelligent, blissful. He is formless, omnipotent, just, kind, unborn, endless, unchangeable, beginless, unequal, the support of all, the Lord of all, omnipresent, immanent, unaging, immortal, fearless, eternal, holy, and creator of the universe. He alone should be communed with.
God is what? Existent, intelligent, and blissful. He alone should be communed with. Tritinium. वेरा सब सत्य विद्याओं का पुस्तक है, वेरा का पढ़ना पढ़ाना, सुनना सुनाना सब आर्यों का परम धर्म है।
Third principle, Ved is the scripture of all true knowledge. Reading, teaching, hearing, reciting the Ved is the first principle of all Aryans.
Veda is the scripture of all true. Reading, teaching, hearing, and reciting the Veda is the first duty of all who? Aryans. चतुर्थ नियम, सत्य को ग्रहण करने और सत्य को छोड़ने में सर्वदा उद्यत रहना चाहिए।
Fourth principle, one should always be prepared to accept truth and reject falsehood.
पंचम नियम, सब काम धर्म अनुसार अर्थात सत्य और असत्य को विचार करके करने चाहिए।
Fifth principle, all work should be keeping with righteousness that is after due reflection over right and wrong.
All work should be done in keeping with what? Righteousness. शासनियम संसार का उपकार करना इस समाज का मुख्य उद्देश्य है, अर्थात शारीरिक, आत्मिक और सामाजिक उन्नति करना.
Sixth principle, to do good to the whole world is main object of Samaj, that is to improve the physical, spiritual, and social states of human experience.
What are we doing here? To do what? Good. And it is the main subjects of who? This Samaj. Very good. सप्तम नियम सबसे प्रीति पूर्वक धर्म अनुसार यथा योग्य बरतना चाहिए.
Seventh principle, one should have dealings with all accordance with love, law, and propriety.
One should always have dealings with all in accordance with what? Love. Very good. अष्टम नियम अविद्या का नाश और विद्या की वृद्धि करनी चाहिए.
Eighth principle, one should always promote knowledge and dispel ignorance.
One should always promote what? And dispel what? Very good. नवम नियम प्रत्येक को अपनी ही उन्नति में संतुष्ट न रहना चाहिए, किंतु सबकी उन्नति में अपनी उन्नति समझनी चाहिए.
Ninth principle, no one should remain content with his or her prosperity. Individual prosperity should be considered in the prosperity of all.
Individual prosperity should be considered in the prosperity of. Very good. दशम नियम सब मनुष्यों को सामाजिक सर्वहितकारी नियम पालने में परतंत्र रहना चाहिए और प्रत्येक हितकारी नियम में सब स्वतंत्र रहे.
10th principle, everyone should be bound in following all altruistic social rules. However, in matters relating to personal welfare, let's be free.
Namaste, everybody.
I know Bhai Devendra is a good singer. He chants well, but today he sounds like a professor. Thank you, Bhai Devendra and Bhai Devesh. And now I have the honor and pleasure of inviting our guest of honor, Swamiji. Please come forward and we will like you to address us. Thank you.
One of our principles in Sanatan Dharma is Atithi Devo Bhava, and a great guest has come to our home, our mandir here, so we would like to honor him and welcome him appropriately. Om Swasti Pantha Manucharema Surya Chandrama Saviva Punardarata Gnata Janata Sangame Mahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Swamiji.
Thank you very much. Namaste.
Namaste.
You know all the meaning of namaste, of course. Sanskrit word, but it is famous word in the world. An American president goes to India, they say, Namaste, India. There is no Hare Ram, Jai Krishna, Sri Krishna, nothing. It means our Gurudev Swami Dayanand Saraswati has accepted the word from Vedas, Namaste. And nowadays there is a Durga Puja, Navaratri. they do the part of Durga Saptasati. There is also Namaste Devi. Namastobhyam, Namastobhyam. See the beauty of Namaste. Either Sanatani or Vedic, Namaste is everywhere. So, Namaste, all of you. Namaste. आप रहे हंसते मुस्कुराते. I'm telling a word. आप रहे हंसते मुस्कुराते और चलते रहे सदैव वेदों के रास्ते, धर्म के रास्ते. I should put in English. You always keep smiling and laughing heartfully and always move towards the way of Vedas, way of Dharma, right? Could you understand it? Okay. So this is great chance, you can say, the blessings of, extra blessings of God. Otherwise, I had to go from here on 27th of September. And I was in Guyana also. I got blessings from Guyana and I got blessings from Suriname and also some people I met from Trinidad. They had come to Guyana camp of Acharya Satish Prakash ji. So I met with them just for only for one day only, just one day. Then I went to Suriname. So at 27th I was leaving, but something happened to my passport. I don't know why. This is maybe the blessings of God or whatever. But it is great blessing of God and of your Guyana people, Suriname, all these people who are in connection with Arya. What is Mandir? Arya? A spiritual center, that I'm here and meeting with you all people. And I'm great, this is all grace of grateful to our Guyanese family that I stayed when after the end of that program also, the Global Arya Summit, I stayed in Floral Park, Guyanese people for 4 days. Then I went there, Pennsylvania, Arsh Vidya Gurukulam. I stayed for 6 days. And from there, I went to Guyana. And then there I stayed, then to Suriname. Then again come back and stayed Cobb and John Ashram with Bharat Sevashram Shang. That is called Guyana Sevashram Shang. Because I'm from India, so I have lots of connection in India with the monks and Swamis and Sannyasi. And I'm a wandering monk, moving everywhere, many places. So that is a great opportunity, as all blessings of God upon this sannyasi. So I'm all proud of Guyanese and Suriname and all people who are in connection with this Arya Center, spiritual center. And when I saw this all scenes of youth people are here, children, all children, except few, they're doing Havan. So I took a photograph and I sent to the India Arya Samaj. Of course, that Sunday is now maybe after 9:30 hours, 9 hour 30 minutes difference. So it is maybe 8 o'clock or something like that. So I told, see the beauty of this Arya spiritual center. All youth people are here doing Havan. Yeah. And today is Sunday. Of course, the school opens here in America, in India also. But I found in India, lots of youth is lacking. I have been a teacher of in India for NCRT school, teacher of English and whatever, and geography also I was teaching. Just for 6 months I taught there, and I resigned my job and I just came to Rishikesh and became a monk, sannyasi. My father was Arya Samaj president in Bihar, near Patna, Munger, for 40 years regular. So I'm son of that president of Arya Samaj father. Now he's no more. And in the name of him only, by the grace of my mother, father, I rejoined Arya Samaj. I can say I was a wandering monk, visiting many places in India and many centers like Jaggi Vasudevan, Ravi Shankar, Sivananda Ashram, many ashram, because this is in our India is full of ashrams and good facility for sannyasi, of course. They have good place. If you are a good sannyasi, in India, beggar can also exist. Yes, sannyasi, if he beggar with a red dress, they can exist. They can get food, they can get shelter. But with full honor, with full regards, we sannyasi in India get full regard if you have a little bit good knowledge and good situation also, good something like that. So, you know that this is the Arya Samaj, really, I'm very much, I'm grateful to of this Pandit Ramlal ji. I think he is the Swami Dayanand Saraswati of Guyana. Give a hand. You know, of course, I listen the song. There is a Kanchan, very Pradeep singer. He has YouTube. You saw Dayanand ke Geet. You'll get that. Guyana, Canada, all people are this good song. Kenya, Mauritius, they have the few names. There is also Suriname and Guyana. The name is there. And when I visited Suriname, a big center, a big building. Of course, exceptional building, you know, the temple, Arya Divakar. But I'm very much, that got disappointment that there were only 17 to 15 people were there in that Sunday Satsang. A big building, unparalleled building in the world. It's all grace of Suriname people who are in the Holland now, who are in the Holland. They are present in the Holland now. So they loved their Suriname and they sent lots of funds to make the temple. And also that time there are lots of good Swami like Swami Jagdishwara Anand, Swami all Bhaskara Anand or Swami other Swamis where they went there. There is one Swami also, Swami Yogeshwara Anand. He stayed there for a month there, Yogi Yogeshwara Anand Swami. So maybe a good effect of many Swamis, good Swamis were there that time. And so they got lots of fun. But I respect, I know that on Friday, Thursday, before my going back to India, because I had a ticket on 27th. To 26th, I visited Arya Ranveer Kumar Arya Samaj, that is called, Jamaica, and near Balaknath temple. I saw the locked, not open. So what to do now? I cannot go inside. There was a simple mandir. Then nearby the Balaknath temple, I went inside. Because I'm Indian, so must be some Indian there. I told, "Arey bhai, kidhar ke ho?" "Oh, Swamiji, I'm from Karnal, Haryana." Kya baat hai? And I talked there. They offered me tea also and some snacks, some dakshina also. So what happened to this Arya Samaj? Well, Swamiji, it is closed. That Pandit has gone to India. So what? If he has gone to India, there's somebody other Pandit. They should take care of that. So it is very painful for me. In our Arya Samaj in India, we have Arya Samaj and we have staff also. We have one Pandit permanent lives there and one Sevak. Sevak means the lower class man, person who is doing seva for the Arya Samaj, like a sweeping, so many things, you know that. So one Sevak, no, you don't say servant, we say Sevak, and one Pandit are appointed to serve the Arya Samaj. So anyway, then India is possible, but in America it may not be possible. And it is possible, but somebody comes here without taking any salary payment, and just if they accept dakshina, it's not a problem. But here everybody wants a job. And in India, I'm a jobless. I don't have any job. I don't do any job, but I get donation dakshina. That's fine. And I'm unmarried. This is a great point of that. Right now, my age is 60 plus, but I remain unmarried like a Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Swami Vivekanand, Swami Ramtirth, Swami Sivanand. So many Swamis are there. So, with that motto, if somebody becomes ready from India, also they can come here, they can stay there, they can connect people, but no salary, only just offering seva. That is possible then. So you know that our aim and object of Arya Samaj is Kirnabanto Vishwamariyam. Make the world noble, make the world shrestha, Arya, make the noble good. And in our Manush, you know that, in the Rig Veda, Manur Bhava, become a man, be good and do good. Once you be good. Once you become good, then only you can perform good action. Be good. There's a child here. They are not earning money right now, but they are becoming good. They are day by day gaining sanskara, becoming meaningful for their parents, and of course becoming meaningful for the society, and of course not only for the society, but they are meaningful for the whole world. Because one scientist, one sadhu, one saints, not for one village, not for one nation, but they are for the whole world. That's why our Gurudev Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Kirnavanto Vishwamariyam, make the world noble. Wow. So that's why I'm telling you the Arya Samaj motto of Arya Samaj is be good not for the Hindu people, not for this any particular group. Be good for all. Either they are Hindu, Muslim, Christian, anyway, whatever, Christ. We love all people, but we have the praying system, upasana system as per Vedic knowledge. If you have other knowledge, that is fine. I don't have any problem with that knowledge. But being a Hindu people, being a Vedic people, we pray to God in the Vedic style, right? Like Om Bhurvaswa Tasyavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Gayatri Mantra. Oh child, hello, baby. Could you tell me in Gayatri Mantra, what do you ask for with the God? Stand up. I just I'm not making you something. Just stand up. What in Gayatri Mantra, we can listen all children here. In Gayatri Mantra, we can stand up, please. Yeah, not for the garland. For in Gayatri Mantra, what you ask for with God. Because the Gayatri Mantra is a prayer. It is a prayer. All Vedic Mantra is a prayer. Take photo. Hello, Viche. Okay. All Gayatri Mantra is a prayer. I mean, all mantra in Vedic, from the Vedas, is a prayer to God. So in Gayatri Mantra was chanting Om Bhurva Shivarenyam, one word. In that mantra, what you ask for? What you ask?
I don't think it's like asking. I think it's more of like you're praying to God.
Praying to God, but you ask something. Oh, my mother, give me. That's fine. If praising to the Lord, it is okay. But what do you ask for? Hello, children. How Betty? What do you ask for? This side. Anyway, listen. Thank you. Sit down. I don't have anything to make you long. No. It is just it goes to everywhere. You know, I am a teacher of DAV. I'm a speaker on Vedic vision in DAV school in India. Oh, my dear youth, explore the truth. My slogan is there. Oh, my dear youth, explore the truth as per Vedic philosophy. Right? Because tomorrow is of young generation. I was very much happy, glad to see all young generation here and doing Havan. But after Havan, there is a Chintan, then Manan. After some years, not now, you do Havan. Then of course, Chintan, your mother will tell, oh beta, before sleeping, you chant Gayatri Mantra, praying to Lord. But what you demand? What you ask for? Buddhi, intellect. Hello children. Are you getting the point? Buddhi means intellect. Wisdom. We want all the time wisdom, because if you don't have wisdom, you cannot enjoy the God's kingdom. You know that God's kingdom? The whole world. If you have buddhi only, except some exception, there is, leave it that topic, there is God's maybe something. Like, you know, I was abusing God on 27th. Oh God, what you have done for me? I was about to go. I have lots of spend, also extra money for that. If my ticket is cancelled, what to do now? But I came to the Mataji, the Devi's mother. Devi is great. Devi's mother is extra great, right? Double great, right? I wrote the message to the Devi ji, and really she's great. 84 years age. I spent one night. I mean, this is my first night. so dynamic. At the age of, and at the time of 7 o'clock, she went to somewhere, Swamiji, I'm coming after 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Okay, I'll be awakened. I'll be that time, I'll sleep. We come and then I'll pray to you. I'll do namaskar, namaste, then I'll go to sleep. So this is that's why children, I'm asking only children here, young people and their mother also and father. The meaning of Gayatri mantra is, of course, praising of Lord. That is fine. But ultimate demand, ultimate asking for the intellect, because without buddhi, nothing is there. Without wisdom, you cannot enjoy the whole world, the kingdom of world. You don't have a career. So buddhi means comes then character. Oh, that's why there's an English proverb there. Just a minute. If wealth is lost, nothing is lost. Understand? If wealth is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. And if character is lost, and buddhi is lost, everything is lost. That's why the Srimad Bhagavad Gita is telling, buddhi nashat parashyati. If buddhi gone, everything gone. So first, my dear children, young generation, you have to build up your character. Then comes career, career. Character is a big barrier in between character and career. You want to become like engineer, doctor, scientist, okay, you become, not a problem for that. We all give you all help, but first character should be all right? Otherwise, Bin Laden was an engineer. He's an engineer, right? Bin Laden, 11th September, was an engineer. But what he did? So that's why, oh my children, you have to become a man matlab all, girls and boys also, man of good buddhi wala. Then only Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan. Oh my dear children, you have to be insan, na ki haywan, na ki shaitan. You have to be insan. And insan means you must go for studies of Vedas and Gayatri Mantra, Havan, Chintan. That's all. Thank you very much, all here. Organizer, our Sagar ji, our Devi ji, Vidya Sagar, Rajpal ji, and also Madam here, which got in charge of this, coordinate, as like a coordinator. So thank all, and thank all people who are here. I namaskaram, pranam, namaste to all. I got all kinds of your heart touch and feelings. Thank you very much. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste ji.
Thank you so much, Swamiji, for your kind sentiments, for your words of wisdom, and for acknowledging the great works of our late Dharmacharya, Pandit Ramlalji. We wish you well in your endeavors in spreading the message of the Veds throughout the world. May you be blessed wherever you go. Thank you so much. We now have a children presentation by our two adorable sisters who are excelling both in academics and spirituality. Very brave Virangana, Charlotte Tulsi, and Annabelle Tulsi.
Namaste. The valuable things in this world that belong to God. Who is our true friend? 1. Eka eva surdhire dharmo nirahe api anoyati ya manu. There is only one true friend in this world, and that is Dharma. Dharma is the only friend who will stay with you after you die. Dharma goes with you even beyond the cremation ground, into the next world. So let us become friends with Dharma. 2. Om Sanur Bandau Janita Savedata. God is our true friend, our true parent, and our true long life supporter. Let us become friends with him. 3. Tvam eva bandhu chasaka tvameva. Lord, the embodiment of Dharma throughout earth and our only friend and constant companion. May we learn to be loving and kind like you. Namaste and thank you. Namaste. So I'm giving a presentation on the Dharmic teachings for noble living. Number 1. Om Anapate Anasyano Deya Anamivasya. What I put into my mouth as food becomes my brain, my heart, and my eyes, etc. So I must choose my food carefully. Jai Sa An Vesaman. Whatever I eat also affects my emotions, my thoughts, my attitude, and my disposition. So may I be mindful of my diet. Keval Adi Keval Ago Bhavati. Eating without sharing is a very unhealthy way of nourishing myself. I must love to share my food with others. 4. Bhumi Mata. Whatever exists on the earth, in the sky, and in the oceans, that all belongs to God. I treat everything in this planet with respect, love, and reverence. In the same way must I worship God. 5. Ma Gridha Kasya Swidanam. I do not deprive or rob any being of their existence or their possessions. After all, I will never truly own anything. It will all remain here after I die. The valuable things in this world all belong to God. Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Charlotte and Annabelle. Give them another round of applause. They did fantastic. Okay. To keep you informed of what's going on our mandir and our community, I would like to call upon our captain, our chairman of trustees, Bhai Sagar Rajpal, to come forward and give us the announcements.
Thank you very much, Behin Shivi. Doing a wonderful job as usual. Thank you very much. Namaste, everyone. I know we are running out of time, and I'm just going to run through some of the our regular scheduled programs that we have here at Mandir. First, let me thank everyone for coming out in this last Sunday in September as we turn the tide on summer and we are going into the fall. We have a number of things going on in October, which I'll talk about. But first, I want to just remind you, we invite you every Sunday morning here at Mandir. If you can't make it here, you can watch us online via Facebook and YouTube. Also, on a weekly basis, we invite you to tune in every Thursday night for our Thursday night Satsang. Every other Thursday, we do have the Satya Prakash classes, and that's via Zoom. If you like to have the passcode and the ID, we can provide that to you. Don't forget, it's the same for every Thursday. Also, if you would like to join our Mahila group, Panita Nirvani is here. They meet at least once a month. And so if you would like to join that group, please contact Panita Nirvani. Also, we want to thank everyone who has been giving us donations here at the Mandir. And as you know, in addition to giving us cash or paper, we have two online or electronic solutions. One is PayPal. You can come through the QR code where you can actually donate money here to the Mandir. And also you can donate through Zelle using our email account. Our email is aryaspiritualcenter@gmail.com. Center is spelled CENTRE. Also, I would like to remind all of you, we also have music and Hindi classes here every other Sunday. So we invite you, if you would like to join those classes, please come and join those classes. Also, to remind you that if you have a special event and you would like to celebrate that here at the Mandir and you would like to rent the Mandir is available for rental. Please contact members of the executive committee, by Naro, by Hen Sermati, any one of us. We'd be more than happy to share those details with you. Also, as we turn the tide on September, October, just want to give you some save the dates. We do have a Bhajan Sammelan sponsored by the Arya Samaj USA on October 12th at 7:30 p.m. It's a fundraiser for Mandirs in Guyana. So if you can support this event, we'd appreciate if you can buy tickets and support it. It's at the Mandir. It's on October 12th at 7:30. Binary, do you have tickets? Oh, okay. So you can show up at the door and you can, buy tickets at the door. It's at Arya Samaj USA, located on 101 Avenue. Not to forget that October we have Diwali celebrations, which is at the end of October. And we are also celebrating our 40th anniversary. So stay tuned for some additional information. We don't have flyers out. Normally, we would have a 3-session yajna for that. I know we met. I could not attend that meeting last week, so I'm not too sure what we decided on. But as I get more information, I will share that with you. So October 31st, which is, believe it, is a Thursday, the Mandir will be open. We will have services here on October 31st, maybe in a bridge service. But then we may have a 3-session yajna starting on Friday. So stay tuned for more information on that. Just want to convey our condolences to all those who passed, to those who lost loved ones in the past couple of months. And as you know, most recently, the president lost his father a couple of weeks ago or last week. And we have Bahan Devika who lost her mother-in-law. So our sincere condolences to all those families and members. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you so much, Bhai Sagarji, for keeping us abreast of what's going on. Our satsang is never complete without having a message of enlightenment, or what we call spiritual prasad. Today's message will be delivered by no other than our very dedicated, talented, esteemed, vibrant Purohit Neeraj Ramsamoj. My honor and pleasure to have you giving us this pravachan today. Over to you.
Thank you, Adi Shivi, Purohit Shiviji. Let us all join in this prayer as I begin my pravachan this morning. Charlie, just. Let us all sit up straight. And if you don't know this mantra, please feel free to follow along on the screen. Om Shanno Deva Vishve Deva Bhavantu Shan Saraswati Sahadhi Bhirastu Shamabhishachah Shamurasha Rashachaha Shanno Divya Parthiva Shanno Apyaha. May all the learned men be friendly to us. May the holy words of the sages with their pure thoughts be the source of universal peace and happiness. May the liberal ones and those who have taken vows of serving all living beings be the promoters of general welfare, and may all the heavenly objects together with the creatures dwelling on earth and in water be helpful to our noble cause. Namaste. Other Pandits and Panditas present. Namaste. Mothers, fathers, brothers and sisters, and children all. Namaste. This morning, my pravachan is about Pap. Now is the time of Pitri Paksh for us as well. Pitri Paksh should not be denied by Vedic Dharma. It is a time that Paksh means the fortnight, 2 weeks. So it is a time that is there in the calendar. But for our Sanatan Puranic brothers and sisters, there's a lot of restrictions for them. And they say if you do so and so, it's a pap. If you do so and so, this is a pap, a sin. And we also have this idea, I think, of pop. So when you go to any Sanskrit to English dictionary, you'll see pop translated to as sin. And the definition of sin is what? An immoral act considered to be a transgression against divine law or an offense against religious law. And we have, I forget this actor's name, but he acted as Ravan in the Ramanan Saga Ramayana. I forget his name, but if thinking about our historical figures, you can think of no one else who embodies pop more than Ravan, right? But for us, so we know the Christians have their sins, right? Apostasy is a sin, leaving the religion is a sin. For our Muslim brothers and sisters, something like eating pork is a sin. Everything else is okay, but that is considered, they call that haram, right? Sin. Because that is not divinely ordained in their holy text, right? Not to do these certain things. So can we think of any examples of sin for us in our dharma? Anything? Any idea? No idea of any sin? Yeah, Pavish? Eating beef? Eating beef could be a sin, yes, okay. But, so we say that eating beef is a sin because why? Is this divinely ordained or do we have a reason for it? There's a reason for it, right? So it's not necessarily that it's divinely ordained. A sin is a transgression against the divine law, right? So yes, we have our restrictions, we have our reasons for them, but these are some things that are saying, look, this is here, we follow it, don't question it. So my argument here to this morning that I want you all to think about in Sanatan Dharma, there is no such thing that we have as sin. We have pop, but there is no sin. So what is now the difference between pop and sin? So I've been pushing this for a little bit while, and I will say this again. Our Sanskrit language, the Sanskrit to English translations may not be the most accurate. So how should we go about translating our Sanskrit language? We go to a Sanskrit to Sanskrit translation, Vachaspatyam dictionary. And then we translate that to English. Thank you. So when you go to the Vachaspatyam dictionary and you look up pop, this is the definition that it gives you. Just like how we have Webster or those other dictionaries, Oxford Dictionary, we also have a Sanskrit to Sanskrit dictionary. So it says, Pati Rakshati Atmana Masmat Pa Apadane Paha. So what does this mean? Pati Rakshati Atma. Rakshati means what? Raksha. Any idea? I think that's a word we know. Raksha, Raksha Bandhan. What is protection, right? Atma is the soul. So now let's fill in some words that we don't know. Pati, falls, something that falls. Asmat, from us. And apadane, that's the second to last, before the pa, apadane, takes away. So the definition of pap is not necessarily sin. It is that action which takes away from the protection of our soul. That is a much, much deeper meaning than just simply sin. Take, for example, let's say killing someone, right? We can say that is an act of violence, right? But if we say killing is a sin, then Sri Ram and Sri Krishna are the biggest sinners. Because they didn't kill just one or two, they killed thousands of Rakshasas, adharmic people. But why was that okay? It's because of their duty, because of that time. Even for us, a brahmachari cannot act like a grihasti, neither can a grihasti act like a brahmachari. A brahmachari must study, right? A grihasti must have his householder duty. If a brahmachari says, I want to jump to householder duty at 10, 11 years old, is that possible? Is that the right thing to do? No. Can a grihasti forsake their householder duty to learn? No. We should be learning every single day. Don't get me wrong. Life, everyone learns every single day. Even Swamiji would tell you, right? We learn every day, even as sannyasi, even as grihasti, vanprasti, brahmachari. But that should not take precedent. That learning cannot take precedent in that time over your householder duties. So this is the definition of what sin is. So when we think about things like eating meat or drinking, that is a violence not only out externally, but to ourselves as well, right? They harm our health. That is why it's a sin. That's what's it's taking away that protection from our soul. And Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, Sukha dukhe same kritva labha labhav jaya jayav tato yuddhaya yoh yasva naivam papam avapsyasi. Sorry. He says to Arjun in chapter 2, verse 38, he says, fight for the sake of duty, treating alike happiness and distress, loss and gain, victory and defeat. Fulfilling your responsibility in this way, you will never incur sin. Day to day, our duties change. Shri Krishna was one. He did not want the war to happen at all. He was very much against even the separation of the kingdom of Hastinapur and whatnot. There came a time when he went to Duryodhana and said, give the Pandavas just 10 villages. Just give them 10, and they will back down and not take up any claim to the throne. What did Duryodhana in his arrogance do? He said, I will not even give 1 inch of land to the Pandavas. I will not give them 1 inch. And so hard Sri Krishna fought. He said, find a solution, be peaceful. Same thing with Sri Ram. Sri Ram said, tell Ravan to just give back Mata Sita, I'll forgive it. Ravan continued with his arrogance and said no. But then when the Bhagavad Gita happened and Arjuna said he doesn't want to fight, how can he fight his guru, his grandfather, Pitama Bhishma, his cousins? How can he fight them? Shri Krishna said, now is not the time for peace. That time is gone. He said, Yuddhaya, fight for the sake of duty. Now your dharma has changed. Before, it would have been a sin to be violent and to fight. Now, it is a sin to be peaceful and not to fight. Isn't that interesting? And this is how we must also in our lives assess the situation. There are times to be quiet and peaceful. There are times to fight. There are times to do householder duties. There are times not to do householder duties. This is how, and then going back to Pitri Paksh now, we have to think about whatever we're going to do, is this going to take away protection from our soul? Does this make sense? Is doing this yajna at this time, what is really the cause of this? This is what we have to think about. And this image has always fascinated me. I don't think it's one that we think about very much. But as we all know, Sri Krishna took a vow. He said, I will not take up any arms. Because actually, he was equally cousins on both sides for the Pandavas and Kauravas, right? So he gave them a choice. He said, okay, you can have my army, or you can have me as your charioteer, but I will not fight. I will just be a charioteer. So Duryodhana, he thought that was a very obvious answer. He said, I'll take your army. Why am I going to take you, especially if you're not going to fight, right? But then Arjuna, in his wisdom, said, no, it's better to have a good advisor, someone with a level head, with a lot of knowledge. So he said, of course, I'll have Sri Krishna on my side. So we all know that Sri Krishna, this was his vow. He said, because of my relation, I cannot take up arms. On the third day, we all know the Bhagavad Gita happened just before the battle started, right? So now the battle has gone on for 3 days. And Pitama Bhishma, he was almost like a grandfather to both the Kauravas and Pandavas. But he fought for the Kauravas because he, in some way, was swayed. He thought that his dharma was to fight for the Kauravas and to be loyal to the throne. That's a vow that he took. He said, I'm going to be loyal to this throne, whoever sits on this throne, no matter what. And Duryodhana was the one who sat on the throne. So even though he was wrong, he had an obligation to fight for him. But still, he held back a little bit. And so Duryodhana said, you're being adharmic right now, Pitama Bhishma, because you're not fighting. So on the third day, after he said that, he said, I can't take that. That's an insult. So I will fight, right? And so now he's decimating the Pandava army. He's a very strong fighter. And Arjun also is holding back, right? Even after the Bhagavad Gita and everything like that, Arjuna is still holding back. And Sri Krishna said, I gave you the whole Bhagavad Gita. I've told you all these reasons why you should be fighting right now. And you're still holding back. You're becoming a liability to your army, to your side, to your brothers. So Sri Krishna jumped off of his chariot and was going to break his vow and was going to throw the wheel at Pitama Bhishma. And why would Sri Krishna do that? He knew, of course he knew about the value of vows. He knew about the value of telling the truth. So why was he about to break it? And then you have here Arjuna is what? He's holding back Sri Krishna. And then he says, no, please don't break your vow. I will fight. I will. And so Sri Krishna doesn't have to attack Bhishma. This is how our sin, our word can change. And now I'm not saying don't break your promise just so. And we have to think, we have to have some thought that goes behind what our decisions are, and think about what is really taking away, what is the best thing for the protection of my soul, for my people. This is the lesson in the Mahabharata here. Now, going to that, Bhai Sagar said that we have a sannyasi, Swamiji, coming. And honestly, I got a little nervous because this next part of my pravachan was about sannyasi dharma. So I said, this is really interesting that he's here today. But why do I want to talk about that? Again, this is connected to the pop portion. We think that, or it's always been talked about that brahmachari is being degraded, right? There's not many brahmachari people, like children, learning anymore. Or we talk about grihasti, that portion is failing, that ashram, not many people are stable in that, which is very true, right? Don't get me wrong. But at least in, the governments of the world and whatnot, it is mandatory for children to go to school, right? So no matter what, there is still a continuity of brahmachari somewhere, right? At some level. May not be perfect, but it's there. But for sannyas, which I think has not been talked about very much, where is that being kept? There's no government enforcing you to take sannyas, to be detached, right? But they have a very important role. And this also has led to some of the degradation of the dharma, where sannyasis, they go from place to place and they teach, right? But where is that today? In that older age, where is that sense of detachment, And I'm not talking about anyone here specifically, please don't get me wrong, but this is a problem overall in the world. Look, 4 years ago, we had 2 presidents in their 70s, in their sannyas age, fighting for what? Position. Is that correct? Should they have been doing that? Is that dharmic? And look at all the problems that it causes, right? So in this mantra, what should a sannyasi be like? And the Rig Ved says, Om apavasva desham pata arjikat mamidvaha ritvakena satyena shraddhaya tapasa sutta indrayedo parisrava. It says, O sannyasin, you are celebrated with peace and tranquility. You shower your blessings in the form of speeches to all people living in all corners. You are always calm in mind and spirit. You speak all that is real. You speak the truth. You cultivate truth with devotion, and you practice pranayam and yoga and lead a simple life to purify your body, your senses, your mind, and your intellect, and to attain the all glorious God. Always strive by the right means, the punya. Punya means now good is the opposite of pap, that good karma, that which is beneficial to the soul. But is this something that we see today? There, in the British and European tradition, when a king only, his son only becomes king after he has passed away. Look at like in England, right? Queen Elizabeth. Only when Queen Elizabeth passed away, then Prince Charles, right, became king of England now, right? But King Charles is already in his sannyas age, right? We don't believe in that. Why do we believe in sannyas? Because so that there is stable, we would say, transition of power. Even not only just for kings and whatnot, even in our families, in our organization, there is stable transition. Because when someone dies, that's very sudden. And then you'll say, oh, you know, well, they wanted that and they wanted this. And everyone is arguing. And you can't find out what the person wanted anymore because they're already gone. An example of this too is Raja Dashrath in the Ramayana. He wanted to crown Sri Ram king. He was still alive, but he wanted to crown Sri Ram king, and he would go into sannyas because it would have created a smoother transition, right? Of course, things happened where that couldn't have happened. But this is the importance of sannyas. And in that way too, they can advise. They can tell you, look, you know, even though they're not attached, they have a higher purpose. They can still advise, this is right, this is wrong. And it's a smoother transition. This is something we need to consider in our community, in who we vote for, in who we support, in what we do personally. Look, I've already decided, you know, if I'm blessed to reach the age of 70, right? No more mandir, no more anything. Because of course, you know, if I'm trying to be a pandit, I need to live the life too, right? I need to be the example. And this is something that is extremely important that I think no one is talking about for the continuity of our dharma, for the stable transition of the youth and the experienced, I would say. And now, I'll just skip to the end here. And this is not now just for the sannyasi. This is for all of us, right? This is from Manusmriti. Of course, everyone knows what the Manusmriti is. It is our doctrine which prescribes all of our I would say laws. Manu Maharaj says, Pranayamir dahe dashan dharanabhishcha kilvisham pratyaharena samsargan dhyanena nishvarana gunan. It says, let the sannyasi destroy the taints of the body through pranayam. You heal your body, you rid your body of all of the impurities by what? Pranayam and yoga. That is the key. We suffer from so many health issues, especially in that older sannyas age, right? How do we rid the body of those so we can do more brahmayaj? And this is another thing too. Sannyasis, they give up their janeo and their shika, the hair that they grow if they choose to. They give all of that up, and they don't do dev yaj anymore. They only focus on brahmayaj, meditation. They're beyond now that physical ritual. That is the level of detachment where you don't even do havan anymore. You only do meditation. So to keep the body going so that meditation can happen, you do pranayam. Destroy the production of sins in his conscience. Sins in his conscience. Sins we're just using as, you know, a simple word here, but we've talked about what sin really is. Through dharana. Dharana is fixed concentration, focus. You have to stay focused. What is the objective? Don't let what anyone says get in your way. Oh, they got me angry, so now I'm going to make some rash decision and whatnot. Like Sri Krishna. There were so many times he could have been angry, right? And even that decision to attack Pitama Bhishma, that wasn't anything just made on a whim. It was for the protection of the side supporting dharma. So that focus needs to be maintained all the time. Destroy the impurities of attachment through pratyahar. Pratyahar is withdrawal of the senses. Why do we suffer? Why do we get angry? Why do we become sad, disappointed? Especially, in times of passing. I know many members have had, passings in their family. Why? Because we were attached. Because, oh, I love this person so much. My eyes can't go without seeing their physical body. My ears can't go without hearing their voice. Withdraw the senses. Realize, look, in meditation, you also do this. It is not just the senses. It is much, much more than that. The Atma is always here. Everyone will always exist, whether physical or in another realm, spiritual realm. That is the realization. That's how you remove that impurity of attachment, of ignorance, is through pratyahar, withdrawal of senses. And all those qualities which are not divine, you remove them by dhyana, by meditation. This is something I also need to work on. I'm going to be very honest with you. Doing meditation. Meditation is not just closing your eyes and imagine you're on a beach and imagine that you're happy and imagine. Because in that imagination, what are you doing? You're also, in a way, appeasing your senses. Oh, the ocean sounds so nice. The sunset looks so beautiful. The sand between my toes, it feels so good. Right? What is the real purpose of meditation? You just exist. You just are in this moment. Close your eyes. You are in this moment. And you experience that connection with God, with the divine, with truth. That is how the rishis obtained the Vedas, through Shruti. After achieving all of this, they just experienced, they just contemplated, and they received those mantras just through meditation. That divine revelation, that truth through meditation. This is the objective of all of our lives at the very end. And this is how we avoid that pap. So hopefully, we avoid saying sin. It's a sin to eat meat. It's a sin to drink. There's no law that's written that says it's a sin to drink. Well, there is. But the reason behind it is why. It's not that God told us don't do it. It's that we shouldn't do it because violence, ahimsa, non-stealing, all these dishonesty, all takes away from the protection of our soul, from the protection of society. And if you notice, these are the part of the 8 limbs of yoga. First, there's yama, niyama, asan, which is the postures. And then pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyana, and then we reach samadhi at the very end. That oneness with the Creator. We establish that connection, and there's free connection, undisturbed, just like the rishis. So with that, let us consider this time during Pitri Paksh, what is correct, what is not correct. And Pitri Paksh is not just for our parents, but also our Pitris are the rishis. So let's consider this during that time. Be grateful to them. Thank you, O rishis, for being who you were, having that control, having that knowledge, passing it down through generation, not just generation, thousands of years. We must, I think, as Arya Samaj, we reflect on these things during these next 2 weeks. So with that, I end my pravachan. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, Neeraj ji, for such a profound and enlightening pravachan. Before we close today's program and I hand you over to Niraj to do the closing prayer, I would like to say this service would not complete without the selfless dedication, effort, and sacrifice of a number of our members. My heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to all who contributed in whatever way to make today's satsang a success, those on stage and also those behind the scenes. May the Supreme Paramatma continues to inspire and motivate you to lose yourself in the service of God and man. Thank you. Namaste, and over to Niraji for Arti and Shanti Path.
May we all stand for Arti Bhajan, and by Devendra will be, by Devendra will be singing Arti Bhajan.
ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट शनि दूर करे। ॐ जय जगदीश दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे वैष्णव की ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट शनि दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
अथ शांति पाठः ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिः रोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ओम शांति शांति शांति। प्रेम से बोलो ओमकार भगवान की जय। प्रेम से बोलो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र की जय। प्रेम से बोलो योगेश्वर श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। प्रेम से बोलो जगत गुरु महर्षि स्वामी दयानंद की जय। प्रेम से बोलो वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। भोजन मंत्र ओम अनपतेरनस्य नो देहि अनमिवस्य शुष्मिनः प्रप्रदातारं तारेश ऊर्जन्नो देहि द्विपदे चतुष्पदे ओम शांति शांति शांति। नमस्ते।